We are an agency dedicated to helping veterans with their animal issues, and that can mean anything from providing medical care for a veteran who can't afford it, or helping a veteran with PTSD obtain a companion animal, and then eventually getting that dog certified as a therapy dog. This is a service that is so desperately needed. The veteran population is severely underserved. And in a situation like this, where someone already has medical conditions, many times related directly to their service for our country, or they have PTSD, this kind of storm just exacerbates all of those issues. So we are here to reach out to veterans who may need support for their families, for themselves, for their animals. In the last week, we have installed countless generators for veterans who are reliant upon electricity for refrigerating insulin, sleep apnea machines. We recently found a family that was in desperate need, a veteran who has a mom with dementia and a young adult son with severe medical issues requiring a motorized wheelchair along with some other equipment. So we were able to get a generator set up for that family, which was just life changing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So how can people who have served our country, how can they get in contact with you guys to help them out?
They can reach out to us on social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram, and we are in the Lee County areas as well as Charlotte County and in touch with VFW's American Legion Halls. But reaching out to us on social media is really the best way.
And how long are you guys going to be here?
We will stay here until we deplete all of our supplies and our resources. We have come with pallets and pallets of supplies, and we are continuing to do door-to-door searches at this point, looking for veterans with needs that may not have the capabilities or the resources right now to reach out to other agencies. In fact, some of the families that we've talked to have expressed that we're the first agency to even come into their neighborhood. The destruction is just so vast that the national and larger organizations are not able to get to these small neighborhoods. So I think we're making a huge impact in that way.
Talk about sort of the experience that veterans might have gone through this hurricane. I know you mentioned a lot of them have PTSD, and this sort of like exasperates that. Uh, could you just speak about that?
So many of our veterans are incredibly proud. They're used to serving, and they are not comfortable asking for help. So when they're experiencing these PTSD symptoms and they're in a situation where the sounds mimic experiences that they might have gone through while they were serving, contributing to PTSD, it's incredibly traumatizing. It's traumatizing for someone that has not suffered from mental health issues in the past. Once the storm was over, many of these veterans will not reach out for help. They're going to make do in the best way that they can. And for many of them, their only support is their pet. So we want to make sure that we've got resources at hand to help the human and the animal. So many of these veterans are dependent on their companion or their therapy service dog to provide all of their emotional support. So we are attempting to embrace the whole family in that manner by providing whatever we think that will help them get through this event.
Absolutely. And I am just speaking from personal experience because I know a veteran who she lost her home. And I know that's something that's been incredibly hard. What have you seen when it comes to people who have given their all for our freedom, who have served this country? What have you seen in terms of people losing their property?
Um, One veteran had a wall of his very modest home become detached, and that is currently being held up with bungee cords and furniture. It's being propped up. Obviously, we're going to be looking for some help to address that. But in trying to help that particular veteran, what he said was, "I'm fine. Go help someone who needs it more." And that is what we're finding. They are so appreciative of the help and they're certainly accepting of it. But I think that it makes them so uncomfortable to be on the receiving end when they're so used to giving for our country. And that modesty, that humbleness, and that gratitude is what is the overall overreaching message that I'm getting.